After 3 long weeks of waiting, FPL season has returned. And it feels so good. Look, I know I have a horrible voice, but I was going to play that T-Pain song, but I did not want to get sued on my first video back in my sophomore season. Hopefully you guys have been staying safe. Happy Independence Day to everyone celebrating in India. And if you're like me, the second you realize that FPL has returned, you're already filling out your roster. I was actually at the beach, and instead of doing normal beach things like playing volleyball, going to the water, I was on my phone filling out my roster, which is a little bit weird, I'm not going to lie, because fixtures haven't dropped yet. So in my head, I'm thinking, is it worth it? Put my team down, flip it, and reverse it? Missy Elliott for all you youngsters. Anyway, my first draft is officially done. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you do, please hit that like and subscribe button. And more importantly than that, take some time out of your day to make someone smile. And if you're going to try to make me smile, don't mention the fact that Barcelona lost 8-2. So in goal, I'm going with the Australian legend and Matty Ryan. Just kidding, I know it's Ryan. Now, I wanted to spend only 4.5 mil on a keeper, and it was between him and McCarthy, and I thought Ryan would be a better option. Of course, I wanted to go for Pope or Allison, but they're a bit too expensive for me, especially early in the season. I don't know how much I could justify spending 6 mil, 5.5 mil on a keeper. So I'm going with Ryan. I think he's the best choice. Now, to follow up Ryan, I'm actually going to go with Lamptey from Brighton as well. Double up. You heard me right. It's crazy, I know. And I know there's a lot of good 4.5 million defenders, so I'm probably going to end up switching him out for another player. But Lamptey was solid at the end of the season when he got playing time. He came in and played a little bit of right mid as well, so maybe he'll be an out-of-position player. But even as a right back, I think he was solid. 4.5 mil, I think he's going to be the good choice to go. So actually, I'm going to have 3 4.5 million defenders. I think there are a lot of solid ones out there that you can choose from this year. And I want to just be able to rotate them in and out for who has the best fixture. I'm going to go with it. I hope I say his name right. Vinagre. I apologize. But he's going to be the starting left wing back for Wolverhampton due to injury. And Wolverhampton as a defensive unit are so solid. And if you can get someone at 4.5 mil who's going to be playing in that defense, let alone as a left wing back, I think that he is the definite call to go if you're looking to save some money. I know that you still have Sice you can go for. Even Doherty dropped down to 6 mil. I think that he could be a great option. But for me, I'm going with a cheap asset who's going to cover my Wolves defense. So for my third 4.5 million defender, I'm going with my Hall of Fame bench boost player and Eric Peters. Now, I love having right backs and left backs on my squad, not so much center halves. And I love having a player on a good defense. Burnley are that team. Now, for me, I also don't have Nick Pope, and so I want a little bit of coverage for all those who do have him as far as rank goes. But I think Peters is a solid play. He can get a few cheeky assists on the year. And again, clean sheets are going to happen for Burnley, knock on wood. And as far as 4.5 million defender, I think he is a great option. Now, to round out my defense, to no one's surprise, I'm going Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, I was kind of debating going down to Robertson for a little bit of a differential pick, or even Virgil van Dijk and saving some cash. But Trent is just so good. He's so quality. And as of right now, he has to be in my squad. And I love having Trent Alexander-Arnold here because he's going to be one premium defender, and so I can rotate the others in and out. I do also have Branthwaite from Everton, who was their big signing like a year or two ago, and due to injury was able to step up and play at the end of the season and looked really solid. Now, I don't know if or when he's going to get some playing time, but I think at a 4 mil, I think Branthwaite is a cheeky option to play. We all know about Trent Alexander-Arnold, but that's my defense. I think it's a solid unit. Now, right now, my first midfielder is going to be Mo Salah. I think he's a fantastic option to have as my captain going forward. But I'm not going to lie, I am very tempted to get Sadio Mane. Right now, he's only like 7, maybe 8% owned. And if we look at how they played pre-coronavirus, I think Sadio Mane outscored Mo Salah as far as points per game goes. I think Sadio Mane could be a very cheeky option going forward, a great differential pick. But right now, I'm going to stick with a safe bet and go Mo Salah because of penalties and how hungry and how many shots Mo Salah usually gets. For my second midfielder, I'm going with the Aubameyang, my FIFA 17 hero. Now, in case you missed it, he's been reclassified as a midfielder this year, which is so enticing because he scored 200 points last year as a forward. Now, let's see what Arteta does with a little bit more time to install his philosophy and his game plan into Arsenal. That makes it even more enticing for me to get a Aubameyang because I like the way he wants to play. Now, for me, I'm honestly considering dropping a Aubameyang and bringing down to Kevin De Bruyne, or maybe even Sterling, because again, he's like Mane, very low owned. But I haven't heard yet if Man City is going to be playing Game Week 1. I know they got out of the Champions League to Lyon yesterday or today. but I still haven't heard it confirmed. So right now I'm sticking with Aubameyang. So for my third midfielder, my 4-4-2, I'm going Mason Greenwood. Now at 7.5 mil, I still think he provides great value. Look, every time he shoots the ball, it's going in. He is crazy electric. He is fantastic. The big concern, of course, is Sancho going to show up to United? If he does, I got to get rid of Greenwood because Sancho is, in my opinion, the real deal. But of course, let's see how things pan out. It might be a bit too soon to be doing that, Sean, but I like him a lot. Now, I'm a little concerned because he does play in the Europas tomorrow, so he might miss game week 1. But if he does, I'll probably just end up dropping him and picking up a 6.5 million midfielder. It's not that big of a deal, but it is definitely something I'm going to have to keep an eye out on. Now, if you know me, you know I love taking risks, especially at the beginning of the year. That's why I'm going with Ziyech. Ziyech? I don't know how you say his name. Please help me. But all I know is this dude is electric. I have loved watching him play for Ajax over the past few years. And for the past 4 seasons in league play, he's had double-digit assists. Add that to this Chelsea squad, I think he is a phenomenal purchase. Again, I am taking a bit of a gamble here. But to be honest, I wanted Christian Pulisic. A bit of American bias, I know, but he looks like he's going to be hurt for the first couple game weeks, and I don't want to take that risk. I'm willing to take Ziyech's risk, not being hurt risk. So I'm going for Ziyech. I think he is a great play, and let's see how he does. So for my front line, I'm not going to lie, this is the hardest part for me to decide. But first off, I'm going Raul Jimenez. I think he's been so clinical for 2 years now. I think Wolves are on a revenge tour right now. I think they're a little upset with how they ended Europa. I think they're a little upset with not being able to make it to Champions League. And I think they're going to come out guns blazing. And I think Jimenez is going to have another great season this year. Now, I'm not going to lie, this was super hard because I wanted Danny Ings. Spoiler alert, he's not in my squad. I loved him all last year. He is so clinical in front of goal. He's always getting bonus points. But right now, he is off my roster. And it hurts to say. He's probably going to end up making it back, creeping his way in. But right now I'm going Raul Jimenez. I think he's been a phenomenal player, and he's going to continue that this year. Now I'm taking another gamble, and it's from the same squad, which is wild. Timo Werner. I can't lie. He was probably one of the first players on my list because when I watch him play in Germany, he is so good. I think he's averaging about 19 goals a season in league play over the last 4 years. This year he had about 28 goals and 6 assists, if I'm not mistaken. Wild numbers. He's still 24 years of age. He has phenomenal speed, very clinical in front of goal. I think you add that speed into the Prem, I think he is perfect for this style of play. And I'm not going to lie, one of the biggest reasons I love him in this squad, even more so than his talent, is because I saw what Abraham and Giroud did for Chelsea last year. And I think Timo Werner is far and above both of those players. No disrespect to them. I think they are quality players. But I think Timo Werner is going to be that dude. And so if I believe in him that much, I got to go for him. Is he improving in the Prem? Yes, but I think his style is going to match up perfectly in the Prem and for how Chelsea decide to play this year. So that's my first draft of the season. I have no money in the bank, all money in. Shout out Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know who you guys are bringing in. Let me know who the first player off your board was. Some players you think may be undervalued. Please let me know. Hopefully you have a great one. And of course, make someone smile today. And as always, Don out. Let's have a good season.